guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Heather Salter-Purves. I'm a Sapphic fantasy and folklore author, and this is my first video back in a while, about 2 weeks. The last one you would have seen was my NetGalley TBR, which is trudging along nicely. I will have a recap for you. I did promise to vlog it and just haven't because of a variety of things, which will be part of this video. And I thought we'd just sit, have a chat and catch up on the things that I have missed and what I've been doing. A couple of videos ago I told you I got my developmental letter back from the editor for Shadows Beyond the Gates, which is the novella coming out with Bushline Castle Productions, and I had to sit with it and completely rewrite it in terms of genre, which was a big structural issue. Like, I hate editing at the best of times. It's the bane of my existence, really. I understand and respect that it is something that needs to be done. I'm learning to enjoy the edits, but this one was really challenging because I had inadvertently written a bury a gaze trope, and that's not something I ever will accept myself writing. So not only did I have to pull that out and patch up the plot there, I then pivoted towards the new darker, twistier way of storytelling I want to do, from a paranormal romance into a cosmic horror. So yes, it was so much fun, but I have spent the last sort of 10 days like waist deep trudging through the trenches and the realms, getting that all in places, and have now completed the novella draft. Fully happy with it now. It's sitting at 39,000 words. I'm probably going to give it one more read through before I send it off again, to go through a beta read potentially and a line edit with the publisher. So that is a lot to come off my plate in terms of deadlines, as I've really been enjoying that. But with that being said, it also means I have shifted a few other things around for 2026 in terms of genres. If you remember, I am writing Project Gargoyle. So this little buddy is hanging out, helping me with my book. That is going to be a Sapphic gothic horror leaning book that we're planning on trying to pitch November next year, if I can manage to get a spot at the Festival of Fiction held in Joondalup in Western Australia around that time. So really looking forward to that and diving in to getting that done. So they are the big sort of genre twisting and re-outlining I had to do, which really took me away from you guys and experiencing the filming of it, because I really was just panicking and flailing about, trying to figure out where I was going and what I was doing. But I'm back on track and I feel a lot more confident in where I'm going with all of that, which then leads me on to my writing plans for the rest of the year. So because it took me a bit longer, and those priorities took a bit of time because they are deadlines that aren't imposed by me. They are deadlines I have to adhere to from outside as an indie author, trying desperately to be a hybrid author, which is part of my author bucket list, which is linked up here somewhere. I had to make sure I've hit those requirements, which then flows on beautifully to the rest of this month. I am going to put my little head and nose to the grindstone and smash out the first draft. It may be a lot leaner than I wanted it to be, of Mist and Memory. Now this is also going to be a novella, aiming for about 43 to 47,000 words, as it is also going to be coming out in April next year. We are following Ren and Mara. One of them is a witch that fled the witch hunts and trials in 1612 England, And the other one is a sociology university student who is studying history of the town and society of her university. And they meet in Thornwood, where our witch has resided as a will-o'-the-wisp and haunted and protected lands. And they're both seeking comfort and connection. And they find it with each other. So, with those being said, they are where I am at, and I will be looking to getting more into those things. You'll see a lot more of that coming on in videos. I have a writing challenge coming up very soon in terms of how much writing I can get done while Little Dragon is at school, like a day job shift that day. So I'm really just going to buckle down, see if I can smash out like a good chunk, maybe even an entire act. It will be really rough, and then I can then do an editing video for that as well, because I'm trying to do the approach that Bethany Altazada has implemented with the Butter book, which now has its own title, as well as Heather from the Plot Genie. She has a system of only doing 3 drafts. So I'm trying to amalgamate both of those to see if I can get a clean draft and not do as many draft passes, meaning I will have to be very meticulous in terms of outlining and editing, which is funny because I'm still in the weeds a bit on how I will be approaching my writing, which then will lead to beautifully into the end of November, where I will have some exciting things happening in December. So I'm back on track to my 2 videos a week starting next week, because when I'm posting this, I don't think I'll be able to squeeze another video in. But if you would like to see how I go about in terms of the 5-month like launch and come with me step by step in terms of indie publishing, mist and memory, I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions, and you guys will get the first look at character mood boards. My newsletter subscribers will get the first look at character mood boards, the cover reveal. They'll get the option to also arc read it for me. So if you would like to be on this journey with me or get early behind the scenes access to the creation of this novella, please consider subscribing not only to the channel but also to the newsletter. And I am back with full vengeance. I am reinvigorated. I've got some great books coming and some other fun activities. So until next time, let's help love bloom in the dark, and I'll see you next time.